In today's video, I'm going to give branding tips for content creators. I'm going to be talking about the things that I've learned during these 5 years as a brand designer and web designer. And of course, I'll be focusing more on the branding aspect. Being a content creator who is also a business has been an adventure. During these 5 years, my content and business has evolved a lot. It looks nothing like it did when I first started. In this video, learn what I learned about branding and the hardships of being an entrepreneur, because they go hand in hand. When I work with clients, I don't just gain monetary benefits, I also gain experience. With each client I've worked with, I've learned something new. Each client I've served has helped me gain a new perspective on my work and how I'm running my business. At the end of each project, I send out a survey to each of my clients to see what they liked and didn't like about working with me so that I can make changes or validate the things that I didn't know were working for my business. I'm really thankful for my first client. She needed help with web design, branding, and video. And she was one of the first people that I actually created video graphics for. I had never really thought about doing it, or I was on the edge, like thinking about doing it, but I didn't really commit to it until I worked with her. But she was the biggest reason why I changed my business to make it more simple and convenient for other clients. For example, a lot of people can't code a website. So I didn't really think about that when I started my business. So I really needed a way for clients to be able to manage their own website. And that's why I started using builders and focusing more on like WordPress, so that clients are able to use and manage the website themselves after I designed the website for them. I learned the importance of having a solid foundation. My first client, she knew who her audience was. She just had a general idea of who her audience was. She just needed an outside perspective to narrow down her specific audience, because she had a thought of who her audience was, but it wasn't really connecting whenever she was thinking about her business, her brand. She was not the worst. I've actually had clients come to me without even thinking about their business or their brand. Like, they don't know who their target audience is. They don't really think about how they want to grow their business or the goals that they have for their business, or know who their competitors are. And luckily, I always give homework 2 weeks in advance so that they can research this stuff before the official start date of the project. I know I keep talking about having a solid brand foundation every time I talk about branding, but this is really important. And you shouldn't just think of it as a brand foundation, but as your business foundation. So this is the foundation of your business. You don't even have to think about the term branding. But this is one of the mistakes that even I made when I first started my business. When I first started my business, I was all gung-ho about doing everything myself, working 24/7 and getting any client that I could. I wasn't really thinking about niching down because I didn't really know who I really wanted to help. I didn't sit down and think about where I wanted to be 10 years from now. I only thought I wanted to be successful, and that's it. And as for competitors, I didn't really think about them that much. I felt like there were a lot of designers online, and I thought that brand designers and web designers were all the same. After 2 years, I don't even know if it was fully 2 years. Basically, after 1 or 2 years, I was already burnt out. That's when I knew I needed a change. After being burnt out, of course, I knew I had to change. And the first thing I thought about was my business foundation. I realized the goals that I have compared to other businesses are really different. A lot of online businesses want to be free. They want to travel. They want to make seven figures. But I didn't have all those goals. I like the idea of traveling, but I get motion sickness. So whenever I reach my destination, I would rather stay in my hotel room, eating room service and watching TV, just relaxing in my hotel room instead of going to a million different attractions in that area. And as for having seven figures, I don't really care about living a rich life, a luxurious life. I just want to be able to take care of my family and live doing the things that I want to do without worrying about money. Honestly, I don't really run my business to be free. I actually think owning your own business is worse than working for somebody else. I work harder on my business than when I worked for somebody else. I think about my business 24/7. Sometimes I even dream about my business and I get ideas in the middle of the night and I'll go and get my phone, and I have a Samsung Note. So I just pull out the pen and write down my ideas and then roll back to sleep after doing that. And it can be overwhelming and stressful. I feel like working for someone else is probably better, but because I already started, I don't want to give up yet. But at the same time, being your own business is okay. I just want to say that it's not being free. Basically, I don't think it's freeing because I'm always thinking about my business 24/7, and working for someone else, I just go to do my job, do that work, come back home and never think about work again until I clock back in the next day. So I don't really run a business to be free. Once I knew my business goals, it really helped me narrow down who I wanted to help, how I wanted to grow my business, what I wanted to be doing in 5 to 10 years. And because one of the things I was talking about was I felt like having my own business wasn't letting me be free, although that's not one of my goals, but I don't want to work 24/7. So that was also something that I had to think about. I had to think about changing my services and how I was making money and all these things. So yeah, having a business foundation, having a business foundation is very important. The first thing I had to do was know who my audience was. So a lot of you might not know, but I have a bachelor's degree in radio, television, film. So that's one of the reasons why I focus on video. But I really love helping content creators and I love consuming content. So that just is my passion. I love watching YouTube videos. I love reading blog posts, and I love scrolling through Instagram, stalking celebrities and other people that I like in the online community. So for me, content creators was a no-brainer. That's just who I'm the most passionate about. And of course, that's content creators who have a business and are making money doing what they love to do. Those are the people that I love to help. So knowing that I wanted to help content creators really helped me narrow down what I needed to talk about, because I'm also a content creator and I want to create content for content creators and coaches, because those are the people that I resonate with more, or the most, more, something like that. Knowing that I wanted to help them really narrowed down my topic ideas, because going after a general audience, I didn't know who I needed to focus on, how to narrow down my topic. So just doing that was very helpful. And just because I make content for content creators and coaches doesn't mean that it doesn't help other people. I've gotten a lot of replies from people who aren't content creators or just want to start making content for their business. So I guess potential content creators. But anyways, my content will help other people. It's just that narrowing down my niche helped me focus on what I wanted or what I needed to talk about. If you need help building your business foundation, then check out the Ultimate Roadmap to Discover Your Brand Style. In this email course, you will learn who your audience is, your business goals, and your competitors, and a lot more. Anything that'll help you with the foundation of your business. So if you need help, you can sign up from the link in the description box down below. How can having a brand make running my business easier? As a designer, I struggle to find a balance between being creative and having things be convenient. When I first started my business, I did everything myself. I really like designing all my graphics from scratch. I like coding from scratch. I liked writing blog posts, doing everything myself. Eventually, I got really busy doing my business work, like creating content and being on social media and having client work. So it got to the point where when I had client work, I would disregard doing the things for my business because money comes first, right? But I can't just neglect my business work because that's the stuff that's getting me visible. That's the stuff helping me get clients. So I had to ask myself, how do I get lazier in my business? How can I make things convenient for me, make it easy so that it doesn't take me a lot of time to do it? And this is like a duh answer for me. I do this for my clients all the time. I create templates for them. So why am I not creating templates for myself? I already had blog templates, but I had to update them to the Pinterest size because I really only use those blog graphics for Pinterest. So I updated the size to Pinterest size so that I'm not creating two different graphics for my blog. That doesn't make sense. So I did that, and then I started making more templates. I started creating templates for Instagram, templates for YouTube, those click to tweet templates on some of my blog posts. I don't really use them anymore, but I was doing that. I had opt-in templates, workbook templates, worksheet templates, and more. I just created templates for anything that I could so that I could just change things easily, the image, colors, text, without doing it from scratch. And it really saved me a lot of time. Same thing for the website too. I started sticking to the same style on my website so that I wouldn't have to create web pages from scratch. Now at this moment, I'm taking all the templates that I made in InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop, and I'm moving those, or I'm recreating them in Canva. I used to think that designers shouldn't use Canva, but Canva just makes everything convenient. I can use Canva from any device because I work between a desktop, laptop, and my phone. I can access Canva anywhere, and they make it really easy to switch out the graphics and colors and text. So why would I make it inconvenient for myself when I'm running a business? Because sometimes it takes me 50 million years to open an Illustrator file when I can just go onto Canva and it's already there. So yeah, I'm moving everything to Canva just because I want to make it convenient. And that's the advice that I have for you if you're over here juggling your content, your business, and your clients. Don't make it inconvenient for you. Ask yourself, how can I make this convenient and save time for myself in an easy way? You're probably thinking, Paigon, I'm a creative person. I need to be free to create different graphics, to express myself. Why do I want to use templates? It's just stifling my creative flow. Give me a hand emoji in the comments if you're thinking the same thing. I know that having a brand, using the same colors, fonts, elements, brand elements, whatever, I know that it sounds tiring. It sounds like you're not being creative. I mean, I'm a creative person too. I like to try new things, create new things. But I have never felt stifled using the same fonts, colors. I have never felt stifled because I think it's more creative to use those same brand elements to create something new each time. Honestly, I've never thought that I've created the same thing. Even if something kind of looks the same, it can have a different atmosphere depending on what you're doing. Using the same brand elements only creates consistency and recognition for your business. I have created so many things using the same brand elements, and the images are different. And one example is Instagram. If you look at my images, they look different, but if you put them next to each other, they have the same consistency, the same uniform. They're all uniform. That's what I'm trying to say. So even though the images are different, they have like a uniform appeal. They all fit in my brand. So just using the same colors and fonts really creates consistency across my images. So they look like they go together. And a brand is not a static thing. It's always evolving. And my Instagram is a good example of this. If you look at my images now and when it started in, I'm guessing 2016, I've used the same brand elements, but the style has still changed and updated throughout the years. So a brand is not static, it just keeps evolving. Basically, in these 5 years of being in business, I basically learned how to be lazier. If there's a shortcut for what I'm doing, I will take it. And in fact, that is my job. My job is to help you become lazier. I help my clients with brand and web design so that they don't have to do it. I create templates for them as content creators so that when they're creating content, it's faster and convenient for them. And I teach people how to create video content in a lazy way. Basically, I'm making business more efficient for you because your business is not your life. It's the thing that helps you live the life that you want. You might be passionate about it, but you can't really do it 24/7. If you can do all your work in 3 hours instead of 8 hours, wouldn't you do it? That way you can have time going to do Pilates, going to learn how to cook, go traveling, or whatever it is that you want to do. Wouldn't it be better to spend only 3 hours of your day working rather than 8? If you're thinking that as time goes, business will get easier, then you're wrong. As you keep doing your business, you keep doing more things and you keep having more work. You have more responsibilities and more tasks to do. So this is the perfect time to simplify your business and make it efficient if you haven't done it yet, if you haven't really made it into this big thing yet. Because in the beginning, I probably only did blog posts and my business stuff, and then I would post occasionally on social media. But now I've gotten a little bit more serious about social media, not that much, but I've created YouTube videos. The YouTube videos turn into blog posts. I write newsletters now. I do so much stuff for my business, and I just need to make it more convenient for myself. And you know, even now at this time, TikTok is becoming more popular. So who knows? I might have to do TikTok. I don't have to, but I might think about doing TikTok because I do like making reels. So just think about that. There's new technology coming out all the time. You might want to try it. You might want to create videos for your business if you're not already doing that. And you might want to do other content creation things. I don't know, you might want to evolve into courses and digital products or services. Because once you start a business, once you know that you can do this, of course you'll try more and more things. So you'll have more things on your plate later. So my advice is to simplify everything that you can, make everything easier for yourself so that when you do get more responsibilities, it's not a big thing. You can juggle all of it. So that's it. I was going to start a web design or a website theme next week, but I'm going to be taking a few months off because I'm working on something. So stay tuned to see what I'm working on. If you want to keep up with me, I'm still active on Instagram. You can find me at Paigon Davis. It should be up here somewhere. And you can also email me because I'm always checking my emails. So if you have any questions, I will answer them. But I will not be active on YouTube unless I get comments. I do check those comments every week. Until next time, bye.